Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man gets bail because of long delay in getting transcript of his trial. 54-year-old St. Andrew resident John Murray, who has been waiting for 5 years for the transcript of his trial for his appeal to be heard, was yesterday granted bail. The Court of Appeal offered Murray bail in the sum of $50,000 in his own surety pending the production of the transcript. The court was informed that the transcript will be read by January next year. Murray of Red Hills Road, St. Andrew, was convicted of charges of robbery with aggravation and illegal possession of firearm and sentenced in 2017 to a total of 7 years imprisonment. The offences took place in Manchester. Murray, who have served his sentence already if he did not appeal against his conviction and sentence. He is seeking to have his conviction squashed and his sentence set aside. Attorney at law Melrose Reed is representing Murray. FLA says 299 guns reported lost or stolen since 2017. The Firearms Licensing Authority FLA says 299 guns have been reported lost or stolen over the past 5 years. Chief Executive Officer of the Firearm Licensing Authority Shane Dolan says this poses a national security risk since these weapons presumably go into the hands of criminals. Mr. Dolan argued that an overwhelming majority of cases where firearms are reported lost or stolen or as a result of negligence and could be prevented easily. The most common cases, he said, are of people who claim their firearms had been left in their vehicle. He said the police are taking a proactive approach in dealing with reports of firearms being lost or stolen by bringing charges against the license holder where applicable. But he noted that even if the individuals are not charged by the police, the FLA will still revoke their firearm license unless it is satisfied that the persons did all that they could possibly do to have prevented the loss of their firearm. Mr. Dolan was speaking Monday with reporters. Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell is the latest high-profile figure to have been charged with negligence after reportedly that his last firearm was stolen from his vehicle. 6 boss charged after allegedly threatening teen with gun in Westmoreland. A man has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and assault at common law, stemming from an alleged dispute he had with a teenage boy nearly 3 months ago. 27-year-old Dylan Stevens, otherwise called 6 Boss, a bike taxi operator of Shantytown in Little London, Westmoreland, was slapped with charges on Sunday. Reports are that about 5 p.m. on August 31, Stevens along with another man were involved in a dispute with the teenager on Top Road, Little London. The men allegedly left and returned, armed with a rifle, and fired a shot in the air while threatening the teen. They again left the area but later returned and pointed a handgun at the teen. The boy ran and a report was made to the police. The police visited the scene and found a spent casing, and investigation commenced, which led to Stevens being apprehended during an operation on Thursday, November 17, and later charged. His court date is being arranged. The police are pursuing Stevens' accomplice. Bunting hits back at Chank's police defunding comment. People's National Party PNP Senator Peter Bunting has lashed out against National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang over what he has described as incompetence in the management of Jamaica's murder rate and the resources to equip the police force to fight crime. Speaking at the PNP's constituency conference for St. James Central at the Greenpond High School in Greenpond, St. James on Sunday evening, Bunting took aim at statements Chang made during the Jamaica Labour Party's St. Andrew Northeastern Divisional Conference on November 13, where he accused the PNP of defunding the police. At that time, Chang stated that the reduction to the Jamaica Constabulary Force resulted in an increase in criminality. The excuse Chang came up with is that after 7 years, the reason why the JLP were an object failure is that I defund the police. In 1 year, he has more money in capital budget than in 4 years when I was National Security Minister. And there are stations without vehicles, there are stations where sewage is flooding out, and there is one station in Green Acres, St. Catherine, that the police have to use a boat to get to, Bunting told the meeting. Bunting also declared that if Jamaica's crime rate continues unabated under the JLP's management, the country may record over 1,500 murders by the end of the year. There have been 1,360 murders recorded in Jamaica up to November 13, a 6.8% increase compared to 2021. School feeding program remains a party budget item, says Williams. The Education Ministry has sought to assure the public that it remains committed to providing cooked lunches, snack and breakfast to needy students to the Program of Advance through Health and Education path. In a release on Monday, Minister of Education Favor Williams shared that as the government gets ready to prepare another annual budget, school feeding remains a priority budget item. The ministry was seemingly responding to reports that Edwin Allen High has discontinued its lunch program on the path for the rest of the term. The head of the institution said the decision was taken as the result of low funds. The school said it had exhausted the money the government had provided for the term ending December. In an effort to assure the masses of the government was doing the best it could, given the rise in food costs, Minister Williams highlighted that funding provided by the Andrew Holness-led administration assists in providing cooked meals as well as snacks for hundreds of students in need. The ministry is aware of the rising cost of food supplies and the impact of inflation on the school feeding program. Currently, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security provides $5.5 billion for our school feeding program for this fiscal year. She explained that the ministry currently feeds 26,221 infants 5 years and younger at the early childhood level, 63,476 students across grades 1 to 6 at the primary level, and 65,169 students across grades 7 to 13 at the high school level. Minister Williams went on to state that in the case of Edwin Allen, the school was provided with $8,843,250 for 907 part students, as indicated by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security for the Christmas term. The statement also indicated that in addition to cooked meals, the Ministry of Education and Youth also provides snacks to 18,732 students and breakfast to 60,207 students through the Nutrition Products Limited. Funding is disbursed to the school to provide cooked lunches for students on the basis that once meals are prepared in large quantities, the school are able to reap the benefits of economic of scale. Thus, the students should be able to be fed for the agreed period, Williams said. The meals being provided for students on the PANT program are not to be provided at a profit margin and thus should not be aligned to the cost charged for the regular lunches, which are generally priced with a profit margin, even though minimal, at the school level. Additionally, the Ministry of Education and Youth provides the funds to pay the cook, she said. Education Ministry looking to recruit more bursars for schools. The Ministry of Education is looking to recruit more bursars within the public school system. Portfolio Minister Favor Williams has indicated that she is advocating for an increase in the complement, particularly at the primary level. I know you're primarily in our high schools, but many of our primary schools don't have bursars. We have large primary schools, we have medium-sized or small. We have to think about how we can maybe group our small primary schools together so that they have the services of a bursar as well, Williams stated. She was speaking during the 22nd Annual Caribbean Bursars Conference at the Grand Palladium Hotel in Hanover on November 18. Williams underscored the importance of bursars in the efficient functioning of the public school system. She noted that financial officers play a critical role in ensuring accountability in the institution's administration and that their teaching and learning objectives are met. You have to manage the resources given to schools by the ministry and other resources that may come in, either from the efforts at the school, through concessories, or other activities. As minister, I really acknowledge the work that you do in your schools. I know that the work you do is important. Our schools are far-flung across Jamaica. They are of different sizes and makeup, and there are a lot of issues that you have to deal with on a day-by-day basis, Williams stated. Against this background, the Education Minister advised that technological initiatives such as the MYHR Plus Integrated Human Resource and Payroll System will be implemented in schools to assist bursars with their daily activities. She noted that the technology is intended to spur greater efficiency in schools and not to take anything away from or diminish what you do. As we go forward, there will be more and more technology introduced into our schools to help you streamline the work that you do, because at the end of the day, the Ministry of Education and Youth has to give account for all the finances of the education sector, she stated. Williams assured members of the Bursaries Association of Jamaica, which hosted the conference, that the government will continue to safeguard their welfare while encouraging them to strengthen their skills through ongoing training. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification